Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. Sunday, December 15th, 2024. My newest segment of Markets, a look ahead. People, we're gonna have a little fun here. Um, I want to start off with this. It's everywhere. You know what I'm talking about. You've probably seen these things yourself. I've seen three of these things. I'm talking about these drones or whatever they are. They don't even know what they are, but they know that they pose no threat to us. It's an incredible thing. Actually, a New York airport had to be shut down because of these things, whatever they are. But the official report is out, and this is our Secretary of Homeland Security saying that nothing unusual is happening here, despite the fact they know nothing, or they're not letting us know. So far, no one in our government anywhere seems to know what these things really are or where they're from or nor anything else. But I feel so good. I'm so relieved because it's official that despite what's happening here, military aircrafts reporting this, airliners being diverted, airports being shut down, that nothing unusual is going on here. And these things are being seen pretty much everywhere at this point. But nothing, just don't worry about it because, our government, they never lie. They never lie to us. Actually, what did George Carlin say? His number one rule: everything the government tells you is a lie. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to have to agree with that. You can't make this stuff up. Try to. If you recall, I don't know. I've been telling you this for the longest time. People, be ready for anything and everything. Even, are you ready? This is what I've said. The unbelievable. You don't believe I've used that title? Well, dude, go check it out. Go look at my videos here. Even the unbelievable. I personally think that this is beyond unbelievable. Why do people not trust their government? Maybe because of something like this. People are up in arms. It's astonishing. But look, man, whatever. We're all good. They tell us there's no threat, so I guess we should believe that. Anyway, guys, let's move forward here. I want to talk about this market, obviously. First of all, do I believe this is going to affect the market? Nah, not really. I don't think so. Um, we'll see. The biggest issue we have here with regard to this freak show disconnected thing, which isn't even a market, as you all know, is what's happening here in the debt market. And it's kind of an interesting phenomenon. And I keep getting questions about this. So let me just cover this first with you for those who don't understand. This is the U.S. 10-year yield. This was Friday's close here, 4.396. Believe what I'm telling you, okay? Or maybe it's nothing unusual, of course. The Fed's watching what's happening here with the debt market, more specifically the 10-year yield, because it's the benchmark. Everything derives value from what's happening in the debt market, and more specifically the 10-year yield. There's an issue here, okay? Yes, we've seen bond yields rise as of late. And this has put, I wouldn't say pressure, but it's not allowing the stock market to go anywhere. It looks like we're kind of topping out. And if this continues, this mechanism of bond yields rising, it's going to hit the stock market. Now, more specifically, what's going to happen here again, understanding that the U.S. 10-year yield is 4.396 and the federal funds rate, which is the overnight lending rate, the lower end of that is 4.5. Now, I told you to trust me on this, and you don't have to trust me on anything, but I'm just going to tell you straight out. If we get a par, I've been telling you this for a while, 10-year yield with the low end, even 4.5 percent with regard to the 10-year yield, the market is not gonna like it. Now, what happened last time? We've been through this before, you and me. What did we say would likely happen and actually did? We said that the Fed would not allow the 10-year yield to rise to a level of par with the federal funds rate, which is 4.5%. We're at 4.4 right now. Okay, let's keep our eyes on this. I don't believe the Fed's going to allow it to happen. I think they're going to take action first. Look, man, the market is, well, it's an entity among itself this time, being obviously driven by runaway debt on an epic scale like we've never seen before. And you know the phenomenon here, people. the worse off the economy gets here and around the world, the higher the market's going to go. I've been telling you this for many, many, many years. And I think we nailed that one to the wall. But again, look, so we're going to hear from the Fed this week on monetary policy. You know, they're the ones that control the monetary system, the financial markets, the financial system as a whole. Basically, they run the entire world via the financial system. And we're going to talk more about that in just a second here. But the Fed's going to take action this week. Initially, I said, if you recall, that the Fed's going to be very hard pressed to justify how they're still cutting rates, which means obviously currency devaluation and inflation, in an environment where, guess what? Inflation continues to rise. Let me tell you what's happening here. The Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank, they are on a mission to destroy us, to wreck us, and we know that. But remember, nothing unusual is happening anywhere, not even in the markets. This stuff up, man. I'm laughing, but it's too much. It really, really is. Anyway, just real quick, Bitcoin over 102,000. This is what's going on right now with cryptocurrencies. And the mechanism behind this, people, is just, it's actually, I'm going to read something to you, and maybe you'll get a handle on this, maybe to a little higher degree. Just to summarize so far, nothing unusual is happening with regard to anything. Just so you know, the government is telling us that, and they would never lie. They got our backs always, right? Okay. And with regard to the market here, we already know what we need to watch. Period. The freaking end. I don't care about anything else. You have to understand. Everything is a derivative of what's going on here in the debt market right now. And I believe the Fed's going to get in here. They're watching the debt market just like we are. They have unlimited firepower to buy it all. And that's their goal. You know that. Every central bank has but one goal: to own it all, to buy it all, to become the lenders and buyers of last resort. You understand? And there's a whole new thing going on. For how many years have you heard? Some of you have been with me since the beginning, over 10 years ago. Have I told you that a whole new set of rules is coming, a whole new paradigm, an entirely new system, and we're being thrust right into it right now? You know, with that, I'm going to shut up. And I want to read this to you. If you subscribe to my newsletter, I send you all kinds of neat little things, okay? So again, whether you do this or not, I don't really personally care. I think you should do this. It's a free service to all of you. There is a link in the description of this video, and you can check out my newsletter. There's all kinds of stuff there. So this is in your inbox right now. I'm going to read this to you. I want to go through it. And some people took exception with something I said here, and I want to cover that too. So anyway, people, so I wrote YOU, tokens are coming by me. Now, again, a new system with an entirely new set of rules, a new paradigm is coming. And I wrote, for nearly a decade, I have been making the above statement to those who follow my work, referring to what I know and we all know is coming. So rapidly, the people of the United States first, we're leading the way here, are being thrusted into a system which they neither voted for nor want. But the fact is this: it cannot be stopped. And this is where people took exception with me. Greg, you say you trust in God, but so God is going to intervene. Okay? I'm not saying that God doesn't have the power to do that, but I'm going to tell you who really lacks any type of drive to stop the current system. The people, not you and me. Could you imagine if we were even able to get 10% of the population of the United States to push back against what we know is coming? This tokenized digital system here. So I said it cannot be stopped. And the reason why I said that is I really don't expect divine intervention anytime soon to happen with this. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe today is going to be the day. I don't know. You all know that. Let me tell you something. You all know my perspective on the Almighty here. And absolutely, the Almighty could take action any moment. But my mom used to tell me this: God helps those who help themselves. People don't help themselves anymore. They don't stand up for themselves. They lost their backbone. They lost their ability to hold anyone to account, anyone at all. So this mechanism here is going to play against them, not for them. Again, God helps those who help themselves. Thank you, Mom, if you're watching this. I never forgot that. You told me this when I was a little guy. I believe it's true. Anyway, like I said, people don't look out for themselves anymore. They believe that the government, puppet politicians, have their backs. Nothing could be further from the truth. Again, everything they tell you is a lie. If their lips are moving, it's a lie. If they're breathing, it's a lie. You understand? And anyway, so let me move forward. So nearly a decade I've been making that above statement that a new set of rules is coming with a new paradigm, and the United States is first here and being thrusted into this new system, which they neither voted for nor want. Anyway, for many decades, here we go, central banks have been developing a new system, none more so than guess who? The Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank. They've been working there. The system's already there. And it's, again, the bridge right now is being built into the new system. You all know that. It's in your face. But what are people doing about it? Nothing. Nothing. Not you and me. See, you and me, at least we're trying to raise awareness here. By raising awareness, that's the first step in change. But people can't come together anymore. You have to understand, we're a conquered society. We've been divided. We can't come together on a single issue. Again, these people hate these people. These people hate these people back. They can't come together. This is a plot that has been weaponized against the people by the fraction of people that control the world since the beginning of time. And that's how we are, especially here in the United States. We are a controlled society on an epic scale. And that's why they can do whatever they want to. They can tell us things like nothing unusual is happening and we're supposed to swallow it. Anything they want to do, where they can just, right out in the open. So anyway, here, what has already been developed, what has already been developed, and you know this is true, okay, is a cross-border global singular currency cashless system. And this new system will allow, listen to me on this, for every transaction that you make to be tracked, traced, categorized, logged, and registered. This already happens here, but it's going to happen to a much greater degree. It's all about control. A tremendous amount of information can be gathered about you by studying what you buy, where you buy it, how much you spend, how often, etc. And this information can and will and is already being then sold off to corporations, banks, along with various other government agencies, like the Department of Homeland Security, but nothing unusual is happening. Anyway, and this is just the beginning. Now, this is what I want. I've spoken about this tokenized system, but I really want you to focus on what I'm talking about. This is going on right now. They're developing, or maybe they've already developed, a U token. A U token. A U token is being developed. This U token will include in-depth information about you, collected from the new system, including speculation. I'm using that word for a reason. Speculation on what you may or may not do, what medications you may need or already are taking, what your current illnesses are, what you may suffer in the future, what you may buy. Everything you can imagine can be tracked down to how you spend your cash. You understand? And this new system is going to track you down to the 10,000th of a cent. And this information is going to be used to create this U token. Now, this U token will become, and is being developed into, are you ready for this? And this is why I said speculation, a marketable and tradable asset. You already know this. You are going to be tokenized, and this U token will be a derivative of you. Let me tell you something about this derivative market. Most of you are familiar with it. If you're not, just do a little research. Derivative can be broken down into something that represents something else. Now, there's not just one layer of derivative bets on any one particular asset, whether it's what you do, what you may do. Believe me, that's an asset. It's a tradable asset. You, everything about you, what you do, what you may do, is a tradable asset. And it will be. It already is. But it's going to become to a much greater degree moving forward with this new system. This makes sense to you? I hope it does. So anyway, So these U tokens will, now this is where this gets very, very interesting, and this is how it's being set up, okay? So these U tokens, what they're going to do with these things is package these together in tranches or slices based upon risk. Whether you're a high risk person, whether you're a low risk person, in groups of other high risk and low risk people. Again, and these are going to be sold off on the derivative market to the highest bidder. Do we sound like we're on the right page, or this is nothing unusual? That's going to ask our Homeland Security Secretary if this is unusual. I love this stuff, man. So further work. This is where it really starts. This is where you can see this happening right now, in case you would think Greg's out there and doesn't know what he's talking about. So further work to institute, I use my words purposely. This new system is rapidly developing right now here in the United States. The first key to this new system, you already know this, but I'm going to tell you, is to deregulate both the banks and cryptocurrencies and then merge the two. This is actually the most essential element to the bridge of the new system, and the United States is leading the way. This is why we're becoming the crypto capital of the world. Now, bear with me. The key here is to make cryptocurrencies commonplace as a method of transaction. Lovely. Well, anyway, I lost my last page. Let me just go on here without reading this here just real quick. What's going to end up happening here, because I don't have my third page, I found this very strange. It's unusual. I'm having fun here. Let me have a little fun, all right? The merger of the banks and crypto is happening. It's happening right now. All the groundwork is being set up here. Now, we're already hearing the next step is going to be to add cryptocurrencies to, again, the U.S. strategic stockpile. This is going to be done. Other nations around the world are going to do the same thing. They must also follow suit as the next step towards this new system. You understand? You see, look, man, they pull this stuff off right in your face. And sometimes, in fact, every single time, they tell you what they're going to do before it happens. It's their rule book. People, look, man, I'm not out there and I'm not making this stuff up. Look this stuff up for yourself, and maybe you want to talk to some more people who understand this a little more than you do, especially if you're new here, you've never heard this before. Those entities, people who look to control our lives here, they have an agenda. It's pretty obvious. They have to tell you first what's going to happen. It's part of their rule book. And maybe it's a method of justification for how they're destroying us all. Okay, they can destroy it. They can destroy us because we're consenting to it by not pushing back, by not saying anything. Here in the United States, this is happening much faster than I believed it would. Honestly, we're being so fast. It's happening very rapidly, this bridge into the new system here. And this is, soon as the inauguration takes place here, things are going to start to move excessively fast into the new system, which is going to originate here. We've already been told that we're going to lead the way. We're going to be the crypto capital of the world first. The mechanism here of transitioning us into the new system, I think it's going to be very, very rapid. They got to get people to accept, which they're going to have no choice here. Again, there's no pushback here. To accept and believe it or not, trust the new blockchain system, cashless society. That's where we're going. I don't care what a politician may say. Whatever they tell you is a lie. I mean, listen to George Carlin if you don't want to listen to Greg Mannarino on this here. And this is what they're going to tell you. Nothing unusual is happening. They can shut down airports, divert aircraft, whatever it might be. It doesn't matter. It's all okay. You're supposed to accept it. And the issue here with everything is because people now are so dependent on the system, their system. What have I told you for many, many years here? They're creating dependency on the current system, literally slaves to the current system, people who have no choice but to surrender to whatever they're given and actually be happy for it. You and me, we're not in that camp. You and me realize what's going on, why it's happening, what's happening around the world. Forget about these UFOs or anything else. What's going on? It's part of the same thing here. I think there is inciting fear right now because fear is paralyzing. The fact that they have us, they are trying desperately right now to either cover this up or hide whatever it may be with these UFOs. Okay, they are UFOs. We don't know what they are. They don't know what they are. They have no idea. Oh, that's what they're telling us, but they know that they're not posing a risk. Although they had to close down an airport and diverting planes and military aircraft. And they're actually over military bases and everything as well. They're over here, all over Florida. I've seen 3 of these things so far, and they're bizarre. I'm telling you, you probably seen them yourself. I don't know where you are. If you've seen them, let me know. Anyway, look, man, they're going to try to convince you of things that are literally unbelievable. You know this. Be ready for anything. Always have the high ground. Just, again, how do I say this another way to you? You must be prepared for to be presented with, hear, and see things with your own eyes that they're going to tell you are not true. This is just the business of government here. You understand? That's what they do. It's nothing new. We're the laughing stock right now of the world. Like, governments of the world. They all work there. They're all laughing at us here. But we the people, we can laugh back. Understanding the mechanism here of where we're going and what's going on. People, look, man, I don't know a better way to do this. And I am open to whatever you guys and girls want to suggest to me. I understand the markets. I understand the flow of cash through the markets. I believe I am a person who knows how to recognize opportunity. Grab it. You understand? Grab it. And, don't be afraid. What they're trying to do here is create. Let me tell you something else about this that's bothering me. It just hit me right now. This whole thing right now, these people are so-called leaders. I want you to listen for something. Are you ready? Bear with me. They're using a specific word. They're calling this hysteria. The public is hysterical. There's a hysteria. They're all using the same word here. Now, people throw words around without actually understanding the meaning of the word. Like I was telling you, I use specific words in what I am saying for a reason, and so do they. Hysteria. I practiced medicine for 20 years. I think I have a little handle on these kinds of things here. Hysteria is considered, are you ready for this? If you do not believe what I'm about to tell you, please look it up for yourself. Hysteria is considered a mental disorder. Absolutely. You don't believe it? As I said, look it up. So our officials are trying to convince us, again, that we have a mental disorder. We're not seeing what we're seeing. It's not there. And there's something else going on too. When you see something like this going on here, you have to realize they want you to focus on that for a reason. Something else is going on here. They always do this thing. Make everybody look in this direction. Look here. Don't look over there. So when you see this kind of stuff, yeah, obviously it's interesting and we should be paying attention to it, especially if it's closing down airports and everything else that's going on here. But at the same time, you and I must realize there's something else happening or a build up to something else right now. That's why they want you all to focus on this. Do I sound like I'm off, the wall here? Or does this sound correct what I am telling you here? Now, understanding, again, going back to what I was saying before, I don't know a better way to take advantage of the current system than what I do. Okay, I'm a market guy. You all know that I see opportunity in the market here. I believe we still need to be getting long the market, looking up for opportunities to buy the market. People, I'm going to tell you again, because I'm an open book. I have a large position in JEPI. That's the ticker symbol. I think there's an opportunity here to add to that, although I am building a position in JEPQ. That's the ticker symbol. I'm also obviously heavily involved in real things, owning gold, silver more specifically, still my most favorite asset of all time, platinum, palladium as well. Exposure to commodities. People, no guy has worked harder to make this easy for you. I've written a series of newsletters. I've put them out to all of you who subscribe to my free newsletter. Again, link in the description of this video. So you can understand that there are exchange traded funds which will allow you exposure to commodities. Cryptocurrencies, for how long has this guy said people, just a little bit, way before it took off like this, from Bitcoin 17,500. When I told you, I said, I bought it at 17.5, then again, you know how I play this, I'm not going to say it again. Anyway, look, you have a better idea, you let me know. I think we got to take advantage of everything that comes around here. Ignore the garbage, the nonsense, the distractions, what they're trying to do to us right now. Again, the look here's the look there. Realize where we are going. This is reality. This is real. This is what is going to happen here. The new system, again, I believe it cannot be stopped because I do not foresee, this is going to happen extremely fast, extremely soon. I do not see divine intervention here unless we ourselves take action. You understand? It's astonishing to me. And I'm getting called out on this. And, look, man, these same people, I ask them, what are you doing? What are you specifically doing to prevent this? Silence. Nothing. Okay. Again, they're relying on the Almighty to take action for them. The Almighty will take action for you. There's no doubt about it here. If you believe, absolutely. More importantly than believing, okay, I believe in an Almighty. It's your relationship with the Almighty here. It's not just a belief. It's a knowing. How do I say this another way? I don't know. Okay, but it's not just I believe in God and I'm gonna pray and God's gonna listen to me and whatever. Yes, that is a part of it. But the bigger element here is a knowing, is a relationship that we all have with the Almighty. And I know every time I talk about the Almighty, people unsubscribe from here. Look, man, if you can't handle it, I'm sorry, then maybe you don't belong here. That's me, and I'm not changing my platform the way I talk or anything else. Some people find me very condescending. I'm insulting. Am I hurting your feelings? I'm not sorry. I mean, grow a pair. What can I tell you? This is the reality of it all. And we know what's happening here. So what are you going to do about it? You're going to sit back and suck your thumb off? Or you're actually going to do something about it? Here, people, look, man, as I told you, we know, well, first of all, we know nothing unusual is happening, of course. But this is what's happening with regard to the tokenized system. You can't get out of it. And because there's not enough people around the world pushing back against it. And so they can do whatever they want. They can do this. Let me tell you something about this. Do you believe the secretary here of Homeland Security, he should be forced to resign because nothing unusual is happening? Are we supposed to buy this again? Where's the accountability? Are some of you gonna call for this guy's resignation, or are you gonna sit back and take it? Me personally, I'm trying to raise your awareness. I believe this guy should resign today because we know something is going on here. They're not telling us what it is because it's all good. Nothing unusual is going on. There's no accountability. No one holds people to account anymore. I've been telling you this for the longest time. People, look, man, we're on the same page, all of us. All right, I really believe we are for the most part. Even that those of you that I don't know, man. Look, I'm trying to help everybody here. I really am. Whether you like me, you don't like me, I don't give a damn if you like me or not. I really don't care. But take in what I say. If it makes sense to you, I am going to urge you to take action, as I've been telling you for what feels like 1,000 years. This is a channel for lions, for people of action, not people who want to be entertained. Greg, you talk the same things all the time. The markets, the economy, and those things that affect it. If you're looking for anything else, you're in the wrong spot. Does that make sense to you as well? I have to tell you. That's all I know, really. And so, again, I think together, you and I, man, we're on the right side of this. And more importantly, people, trust me when I'm telling you, because I hear from people every day. We are making a positive difference in this world. And I've told you 1,000 times. That's all that matters to me. When I perish from this earth one day, I want to be known as a guy who at least tried to make a difference in the world. A positive difference in the world. That's it. Anyway, guys, because look, man, I love you all from the heart. I really mean that with all I got. If you got something out of this video, I want to hear from you. If you didn't, I want to hear from you as well. But tell me why, because I can improve. I work for you guys and girls. I answer to the Almighty and you. That's really the truth. That's it. And I am willing to change. I am willing to talk about things that you guys and girls want to talk about as well. And that's why I do the live stream that, even if it's in the abstract, whatever you guys, look, I'm an open-minded guy. I am an extremely open-minded guy. I'm willing to talk about anything. And we got to be willing to have an open dialogue about anything. Okay. And today in this society, if you don't think a certain way, if you don't look a certain way, if you don't perform a certain way, then you're ostracized. And that's a shame because everybody has something to contribute. Don't you agree? And we are so much stronger together. Does that make sense to you as well? Have you said anything here that doesn't make sense to you, people? Please let me know, because I want to hear from those of you who think that I am not making sense more than anybody else. I think I'm, preaching to the choir. I think 99% of you, we see eye to eye. We're on the same page here. Anyway, let me know. Love all of you from the heart with all I got. I want to hear from you. Please share the video. Please get it out there. Those thumbs up, extremely valuable. Let's the algorithms pick up the video. Please, let's get this stuff out there. I want more people as part of this pride, this thing that we built. But I want the right people here. I don't want the wrong people here. I don't care really about numbers. I care about getting the right people here because we need the right people here to elicit change, to make a positive freaking difference. On the same page? People. I'll see you in the morning, okay? Until we meet again, please, please, please take care of yourselves and each other, of course.